Hello, thanks for joining me today on my channel. This is Discovering My Dividends, and I'm doing an investment challenge to make $1 million in less than 7 years with only $50 a month being added to my account. So I've created this channel and the specific account just for this challenge. I hope you follow along. Click subscribe and like. That'll help me out. I'm trying to get monetized by the end of August, and it is only May right now. So I'm going to just share with you a couple stocks that I purchased to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing with the challenge. I'm not a day trader, but I'm also not a kind of a passive trader as well. So I'm intraday trading with a kind of a little bit of a lean towards swing trading, although swing trading is maybe not quite what I'm going for. I started out leaning that way, but I have more time to trade, so I'm going to trade more often. And with my trading, I'm trying to get kind of a 1% gain per day, or about 16% in the month, and 16% isn't one a day, but it does kind of hint that I'm in that range. So the stocks that I was looking at just recently that I had a significant positive with is Enbridge, which is ENB on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and I bought and sold it one day and then sold the next day. So that is really positive. I got a 1% gain on that. And then also PPL, I bought 2 shares one day, and the next day I got one of the shares sold for 1%. Now the reason I only got 1 share sold is because I'm tiering, so I'm going from 1 to 5% if I have 5 shares or multiples of 5, and it really depends. Now I don't have huge cash flow. I'm doing $50 a month. I started in January, so it's not really a large amount of money so far, but to show that it is possible to start with next to no money and invest and be successful, that's kind of, I guess, why I decided to do it that way. So the strategy is like intraday trading, trying to get a drop and a bounce. I'm looking for stocks that have value, growth. I have stats that I use for that, and I've kind of mixed it up. I have a few stocks that I follow regularly, and I've kind of tiered them based on what I think's going to do well. Also, I've looked at stocks that are going to do well with all the tariffs that are coming into play now, and typically because I am playing with a smaller amount of money right now, I'm also only doing Canadian dividend stocks because I'm in Canada, and the broker I use doesn't charge me fees for that. Now I do have a link below for that broker because I do like using them. I'd recommend them as far as they're easy to use, and I don't pay fees in Canada for Canadian trading Canadian stocks. If there's something else you'd like to use, definitely explore that, but I would say find something that is easy to use, because it does make trading a lot simpler, and I find it's not really worth it to have all the bells and whistles for myself anyway. So what I did here is I just, on my spreadsheet, I kind of created a spreadsheet over the 7 years and where I think I'm going to be able to make the $1 million. Now, if I look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So less than 5 years, I think I can make $1 million. But I said 7. 5 years would put me at just over 60. So that would be a really good bonus for my retirement. And if I look at I'm supposed to be at $277.52 by the end of May, and currently I'm sitting at $359.29. So that's the value of my account. So that is cash and holdings. So that value, of course, can fluctuate depending on what those holdings are at. But as of right now, I'm ahead, and I'm ahead 29.47%. So 29% ahead of where I was supposed to be. And at this point, I don't plan on putting more than $50 a month in, but I may, if I have the opportunity in the future, to do more, because if it's working well with my strategy and I'm feeling comfortable, I have time to trade, and I'm able to keep up with all the things I want to with this account, I'll definitely want to make $1 million faster. So as long as everything stays on track based on what I've done. Now, I've done research for this. I've done this trade for about 12 to 18 months, somewhere in there. It was a little over a year, and I was able to get between 10 and 20% on a regular basis, on a monthly basis of trading just 1% trades. So so far I've had a lot of positives with it, and I've had lots of ups and downs with the markets. And so by trading dividend stocks, if I end up holding them longer, I'm okay with that. All the companies I'm trading, I'm comfortable with holding them long term. Even with this whole tariff war going on, I feel like they're going to come through it, and if nothing else, I'll get dividends from them. Now, that's really easy to say at this point where I don't have a lot of money, and to build it back up to having the same amount of cash flow won't take that long. But if I ever get to the point where I've got $100,000 and then all of a sudden I've got it all invested and it's not turning over, it's definitely going to affect my long-term trajectory. So my whole goal is to kind of narrow down this strategy to really a specific a buy and sell that I'm going to be almost guaranteed 100% success rate or very close to it, so that I don't get stuck holding stocks, because the dividend will be great additional cash flow, but it won't be exactly what I need to be successful and reach my $1 million. So we'll see how that is going forward, and we'll see how I'm doing in the long term. But right now I'm 29% ahead of where I'm supposed to be, and I'm very happy with the start of this little experiment of mine. So I hope you follow along. Click subscribe and like. Definitely let me know if you like the trades I'm doing. And I'm not an advisor, so don't use these trades for your own portfolio. Do your own research. And then also let me know if you want to hear more about my strategy in future videos. We'll see you next time.